The government is set to bail out the troubled Kenya Airways at a cost of 60 billion shillings. However, the bailout plan comes with a lot of conditions from the government. One is to send parking those behind the mismanagement of the airline that led to its multi-billion shillings losses. Treasury Cabinet Secretary ROTICH, who appeared before the Senate Select Committee on the inquiry into the affairs of Kenya Airways and subsidiaries, said government has already demanded major changes at KQ and is also discussing on how to restructure the KQ board.
That we have demanded major changes in the management, and that is very clear. I've had a meeting with the whole board and the senior management that if you come to a shareholder and you bring losses, that's what shareholders do not tolerate. Our expectation is dividends. So we have made it very clear that that restructuring must happen.
The Cabinet Secretary told the committee that there is need for other KQ shareholders who are waiting for a restructure plan at KQ to be involved in the bailout plan.
If government is playing a bigger role in getting the airlines back to profitability and many other things that we are doing, we are also concerned on the role of the other shareholders on what part are they going to play in the whole restructuring plan that we are having on the table.
The Senate committee called for the sacking of those behind the mismanagement of the airline that led to its multi-billion shillings losses, saying that government cannot invest heavily on KQ with the same management on board. The committee, however, blamed the government for failing to protect public investment at KQ by failing to oversee what happens at the national carrier.
When a corporation makes the largest loss in Kenya's history, is it a time to really tinker around with the management as such?
Are you really going to put Kenya money to a body that we are absolutely sure has been losing money without having to do anything about the management of KQ?
I think they are going to make changes in the management, and we have demanded that.
ROTICH was also put to task as to why the government has only 2 directors in the KQ board, despite it having majority shareholding, and accused the 2 government representatives for sleeping on their jobs.
If you are directors who engage in the manner in which Bill Okero has just indicated, then in real time you should be able to gauge what is happening in the company.
The reason why we have our representation there is to ensure that some of the strategic interests that we have in the airline are also provided to the company.
The government has already given out a loan of 4.2 billion shillings to meet KQ's financial obligations and particularly to pay off critical creditors, including suppliers of fuel and other services. The bailout plan is contained in the supplementary budget that was tabled in Parliament on Wednesday last week.